Okay, so we were recently involved in some noise measurement work on a 4-lane motorway here in Ireland, and this particular measurement relates to a location on the M7 motorway between Limerick and Dublin at a particular location which is shown on the map below. So first of all, we set up our microphone roadside, you can see it there in the photograph, set back at a distance of 5 meters from the nearest carriageway, and we started to carry out some noise measurements from that point. Okay, so this relates to a measurement carried out on a 4-lane motorway. Now I'm just going to start the cursor here and I'm going to play the recording that I captured on the motorway today. Okay, so you should notice from that there are various vehicle events, if you like. Now let's just see what this particular event is and play from here. Okay, so that sounds very much to me like a car, if you like. So I'm going to add an event. Let's see if I make this marker a car and I hit OK, and we'll just call up a car, and I just want to mark that as being a car event. Okay, so that's the event. Sorry, I'm trying to mark, and I can do that by selecting that as a car event. Okay, now let's take a look at this next event here, and if I right click and I play from here. Okay, so that very much sounds like a truck and less like a car. So in order to mark that event, then I just go along here to truck and I select that truck event. Oops, I've done that again. So we'll just take that and mark that as a truck event. Okay, and let's take a look at this next one, and I right click play from here. Okay, and that very much sounds like 2 cars. So if I go along here and I select that, we'll take that as a car event. And let's see. So let's try from here, play from here. Okay, and we should be able to see from that that they are all car events also, so I'm just going to highlight those as car events and zoomed in again. So if I go here and I'll select that, go between here and here, that's a car event. Now just see what this play from here. think most definitely we can see that that actually is a truck event there in the last one. So let's highlight that again. That happens to be a truck pass by. So just highlight that and zoom in to that, and we'll highlight that as a truck. Okay, I'll just verify that again. So if I right click and I go play from here. Okay, now if we take a look at the display down at the bottom right hand side down here, you can see the third octave Spectra for that particular vehicle. So let's stop that now. So let's take a look at the difference between the Spectra created by a car. We can look at all of these third octave bands just to see what kind of shape we're seeing. So I'll just right click there and I'm going to play from here. So if you watch the cars passing, you'll notice there's a lot of energy from probably 400 or 500 hertz up to 2000 hertz. So again, we're coming to a quiet period again. There's obviously a vehicle approaching. I'm going to stop that, and let's go over to a truck, and I right click and play from here. Watch the Spectra. You notice there's a lot more low frequency energy. If I just stop that, let's stop that for a second, and if I pause there. So if you look over at the third octave data on the right hand side, you can see there's a lot more low frequency as well as more energy generally, if you like, in all of the bands. But the difference between that is, if you notice on a car, for example, there's a lot less low frequency, whereas you look at a truck, you've quite a lot of low frequency energy. So the Spectra, the shape of the Spectra is quite different. So you can see, for example, there's a peak there at probably 1.5. Let's see where that is actually. It's at about 1000 hertz to 1500 hertz. You notice when the vehicle pass by, you'll get a lot of tire generated noise, rolling noise from the tires, if you like, and you'll see that a lot of that energy is in and around 1.5 kilohertz. Whereas you will notice on trucks that you get an awful lot more low frequency energy, as well as other energy in the other bands as well, but the Spectra is quite different. So that's just a brief introduction to the types of the Spectra that you can expect from different traffic types. And again, you'll notice with a truck pass by, you've got an awful lot more energy in some of the lower frequencies as well, if you like. But let's compare that with cars. For example, you notice that you have a lot of the energy around 1 kilohertz up to, we'll say, 3 kilohertz, and probably down to 275 hertz. So you'll see that's the Spectra for a car pass by, and then when it comes to a truck, you've got a lot more energy in a lot more bands. So hopefully that is helpful in terms of understanding the Spectra related to traffic noise. And let's play it from here just to show you the noise climate, I think, in the absence of any immediate traffic, or it could be traffic at a distance or further away, or perhaps even the other side of the road, or indeed traffic approaching or departing from where we were measuring on that particular day. So again, you notice it falls right off here, and this is a vehicle on approach and perhaps passing again. So hopefully that's a useful introduction in terms of the Spectra differences between trucks and cars, if you like. And again, if you had a motorcycle event, you might have a different Spectra again. In fact, I think I have one here. Let's take a look at that one. So if I right click on that and I play from there, so you should be able to see that the Spectra is quite different. Again, it's got a very different character of noise. So that's just an example of a motorcycle event and the associated spectra with that. In fact, for that particular measurement, I believe there's a car and a motorcycle that happen to be passing simultaneously. If you listen, you can hear the tyre noise from the car as well as the motorcycle engine. Okay. If you'd like more information, you can contact us on www.acoustics.ie, on Dublin telephone number 01 440 3869, or Galway 091 588 555. Thank you for your time.